Alright, today we got a 2011 Chevy Impala LS. Going to be doing rear rotors and rear pads. Yeah, I'm gonna get these wheels loose and get them off of here, and I'll be right back. Okay, got the wheel off, and this is probably the same as another one or two videos I've done about the brakes. Got these little locking retainers here. They're usually a T30, I believe it is. That is gonna actually hold your rotor on there from the factory. Other than that, it serves no real purpose. And to get the caliper loose, we got 14 millimeter here, and here's your second one. I've already kind of knocked these loose, so these ought to come right out. I can already see the inner pad on here is really worn down. Yeah, pretty close to grinding, so I'm going to have to assume that this pad might be hanging up a little bit in here. It's kind of loose. So they're both still kind of free. Alright, what I'm going to do next, let's get the caliper bracket bolts loose here. I believe are at 13 if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to get those loose, and I'll take this bracket off, and I will be back. Alright, so got these bolts loose, and they are 13. This bracket come right off of there. Off comes our rotor. This bracket is a bit rusty up in here. Along with these clips, we'll be replacing those, but what we want to make sure that we do, we take these clips out of here. Notice there's a significant amount of rust built up in there. We want to make sure we get all that rust out of there before we put our new clips in. Make sure it's nice and clean. So what will happen is you'll put your new clips in, you'll go to put the pads in, and you'll have to beat the pads into place. And that shouldn't happen. You should be able to put those pads in there nice and smooth, and they need to be back and forth, moving back and forth nice and smooth. Probably going to be the same way on this end. Yeah, a little bit. Not as bad as the other end. You also want to make sure that your slides move back and forth freely. You pull them out, take a look in there and see if you still have grease in there. You don't want to put too much grease, because then you can create a hydraulic situation where this thing doesn't function correctly. Same thing down here, moving nice and free. No issues there. So I'm going to go and take the other side apart, which is the same as this. And I'm going to run and go get some parts, and I'll be back. One thing I wanted to mention, and that is these calipers. These are not your standard press-in caliper pistons. These are going to require a special tool or an adapter, whatever you want to call it. And it looks like this. This is the cheaper version that you can get. Let me get this in focus here. And then we'll have multiples design patterns, if you will, to fit different caliper piston situations. So with this, what we're going to do is we're going to put it right into the markings where the fittings go in, and we're going to turn this clockwise while we're putting some pressure on it to push it in at the same time, and this piston will screw right back in. You also want to be careful of your boot. Make sure that your boot doesn't start twisting right along with the piston. This will start to tear your boot into pieces. So I'm going to push this back in and go grab the parts, and I'll be back. Alright, I went ahead and cleaned up my caliper bracket here. So we're going to put our clips in. Both sides. No rust. Nice and clean. And pop these in here. Just want to make sure they're sitting as flush as they're going to go up against that back part of that bracket. And we're going to pop our pads in. I got the rotor back on here already. Put our lock and screw back in there. Caliper pistons already pushed in, twisted in, excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and put the pads in this bracket and mount this bracket. And we'll go from there. Alright, got my caliper back in place, bracket in place, everything is nice and tight. And that is pretty much it for this. If this helped you out, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll be coming at you with some more. Until then, have a good day.